Picture this. It's 2 a.m. and you're staring at your phone, fighting the urge to send another text. Your chest feels heavy, your mind is racing, and you keep wondering how someone who once looked at you like you were their entire world can now treat you like a stranger. If this sounds familiar, take a deep breath. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't just about getting someone back, it's about getting yourself back. It's about transforming the most painful experience of your life into the catalyst for becoming the most powerful version of yourself. Today, I'm going to show you something that 99% of men never understand: the difference between chasing someone who's walking away and becoming someone they can't walk away from. This isn't about manipulation or games. This is about mastering the art of magnetic attraction through authentic strength. Brothers, we need to have an honest conversation. Society has fed us lies about what it means to fight for love. We've been told that persistence equals passion, that chasing shows commitment, that real men never give up. But here's the brutal truth. Most of what we've been taught about relationships is backwards. When you feel someone slipping away, your natural instinct is to hold on tighter, to explain more, to prove your worth harder, to show them how much they mean to you through constant attention and validation. But what if I told you that this approach, the approach that feels most natural, is exactly what pushes people further away? What if the secret to magnetic attraction isn't in what you do, but in who you become? What if the path to getting someone back starts with getting something else back first? Your power, your peace, and your authentic self. Today we're diving deep into the psychology of attraction, the science of human nature, and the art of transformation. By the end of this video, you'll understand not just how to handle loss, but how to turn it into the greatest comeback story of your life. Let's start with the biggest mistake men make when they feel someone pulling away. Confusing vulnerability with neediness. Here's the scene. She's becoming distant. Her responses are shorter. She's less available. So what do most men do? They panic. They start sending longer texts trying to recreate the connection. They call more frequently. They apologize for things they didn't even do. They explain their feelings over and over, hoping something will click. This isn't vulnerability. It's emotional desperation. And desperation is the most unattractive energy in the universe. True vulnerability is saying, "I miss you," from a place of strength. It's expressing your feelings without attaching your worth to her response. It's being honest about your emotions while maintaining your dignity. Neediness, on the other hand, is saying, "I miss you," and then sending 17 follow-up messages when she doesn't respond immediately. It's apologizing for having feelings. It's trying to convince someone to want you. Here's what most men don't understand. Pressure always creates resistance. When you become a source of emotional pressure in someone's life, when every interaction feels heavy, intense, or demanding, their natural response is to create distance. Think about it from her perspective. Would you be attracted to someone who's constantly in your face, seeking validation and making their happiness dependent on your attention? Or would you be drawn to someone who's emotionally stable, confident in themselves, and enhances your life rather than complicating it? The answer is obvious. Yet when we're in emotional pain, we do the exact opposite of what would actually attract someone back to us. Here's a truth that might sting. Relationships are built on dynamics, and dynamics are built on value exchange. When you're always available, always accommodating, always putting her needs before your own, you're not being loving. You're communicating that your time, energy, and attention have no value. Most men think that showing someone how much they care means proving they'll do anything for them. But what this actually communicates is that you don't value yourself enough to have standards. Real attraction happens when there's mutual respect and investment. When someone knows that your time is valuable, your attention is earned, and your presence is a choice, not a given. This doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative. It means having genuine self-respect and boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're standards. They say, "I care about you, but I won't accept being treated poorly." They say, "I'm willing to invest in this connection, but it needs to be mutual." They say, "I value myself enough to walk away from situations that don't serve me." When you establish healthy boundaries, something magical happens. People start treating you with the same level of respect that you treat yourself. And respect is the foundation of all lasting attraction. Here's the paradox. The more willing you are to walk away from someone who doesn't value you, the more likely they are to realize your worth. This is where most men's minds get hijacked. They start operating from a scarcity mindset. Scarcity thinking sounds like this. She's the one. I'll never find anyone like her. I need to fight for this. I can't lose her. This mindset is poison because it makes you operate from fear instead of confidence. It makes you focus on what you might lose instead of what you could gain. It turns you into someone who's trying to hold on to something instead of someone who's creating something amazing. Abundance thinking is completely different. It says, I'm valuable. I bring something special to the table. If she recognizes that value, great. If she doesn't, that's her loss, and I'll find someone who does. This isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. This isn't giving up, it's leveling up. When you operate from abundance, your entire energy changes. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop convincing and start compelling. You stop needing validation and start commanding respect. Women are incredibly intuitive when it comes to energy. They can sense desperation from a mile away and it repels them. But they can also sense confidence, self-assurance, and emotional independence. And these qualities are magnetic. The man who knows he'll be okay either way is infinitely more attractive than the man who's terrified of being alone. Let's address the elephant in the room. You can't stop thinking about her. Every song reminds you of her. You replay conversations in your head. You analyze every interaction, looking for clues about what went wrong. You check her social media obsessively. You create scenarios in your mind about how to fix things. This mental obsession isn't love, it's addiction. You're addicted to the idea of her, the fantasy of what could be, the hope of what might happen. But here's what obsessive thinking actually does. It keeps you stuck in the past instead of creating your future. It drains your mental energy. It makes you less attractive to everyone around you, including her. The cure for obsession isn't more thinking, it's more living. You need to redirect that mental energy toward building something incredible, yourself. Every minute you spend analyzing what went wrong is a minute you could spend making your life so amazing that what went wrong becomes irrelevant. Start new projects. Learn new skills. Meet new people. Challenge yourself physically. Pursue goals that have nothing to do with her. This isn't about distraction. It's about reclaiming your life force and directing it toward your own growth and happiness. Here's where everything changes. When you shift your focus from getting her back to getting yourself back. The most attractive version of yourself isn't some fake persona you create to impress someone. It's the authentic, confident, purpose-driven man you were before you started shrinking yourself to accommodate someone else's moods and expectations. This transformation has multiple layers. Physical. Hit the gym not to make her jealous, but to feel strong and confident in your own body. Dress well not to impress her, but because you respect yourself. Take care of your health because you value your life. Mental. Read books that expand your mind. Learn skills that challenge you. Set goals that excite you. Become someone who's constantly growing and evolving. Social. Reconnect with friends you may have neglected. Build new relationships. Become someone who adds value to every room they enter. Emotional. Develop emotional intelligence and resilience. Learn to find happiness and fulfillment from within, rather than depending on others for validation. Spiritual. Connect with your deeper purpose. Understand what you stand for and what you want to create in this world. When you undergo this transformation, something powerful happens. You become the kind of person that everyone wants to be around, including her. But here's the beautiful paradox. By the time you complete this transformation, whether she comes back or not becomes secondary to the incredible life you've built for yourself. Now comes the part that changes everything. When she sees the new you. She expected you to fall apart. She expected desperate calls and pleading messages. She expected you to be sitting around waiting for her to change her mind. Instead, she sees something she never expected. A man who's thriving. A man who's become more attractive, more confident, more successful, and more fulfilled than he was when she knew him. She sees you living your best life on social media. She hears from mutual friends about your achievements and adventures. She notices how other people are drawn to your energy and confidence. And suddenly, the tables turn. The person who was walking away starts wondering what they're missing out on. The person who took you for granted starts realizing what they lost. This isn't about playing games or trying to make her jealous. This is the natural result of becoming your most authentic, powerful self. When you transform yourself from someone who needs validation into someone who commands respect, when you evolve from someone who chases into someone who attracts, when you grow from someone who begs for love into someone who inspires it, everything changes. Brothers, here's what I need you to understand. This process isn't really about getting anyone back. It's about getting yourself back. Whether she returns to your life or not, you will have gained something infinitely more valuable: unshakable self-confidence, emotional independence, and the kind of magnetic presence that attracts amazing people into your life. Right now you have a choice. You can continue down the path of desperation, neediness, and obsessive thinking, the path that pushes people away and keeps you stuck in pain. Or you can choose the path of transformation, growth, and authentic power, the path that makes you irresistible not just to her, but to everyone. Here's your action plan starting today. Week 1, stop all desperate communication. No more explaining, convincing, or chasing. Use that energy to focus on yourself instead. Week 2, establish clear boundaries and stick to them. Decide what you will and won't accept in your life, and communicate these standards through your actions. Week 3, begin your physical transformation. Start working out, eating better, dressing well. Take care of your body because you respect yourself. Week 4, dive deep into personal growth. Read books, learn new skills, set exciting goals. Become obsessed with your own development instead of obsessing over someone else. Week 5 and beyond, build an amazing life that you're genuinely excited about. Pursue your passions, strengthen your relationships, create value in the world. Remember, the goal isn't to become someone else. It's to become the most powerful, authentic version of yourself. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Share this video with a brother who needs to hear this message. Leave a comment and tell me, what's the first step you're going to take toward your transformation today? Most importantly, remember this: you are not broken. You are not less valuable because someone couldn't see your worth. You are a phoenix, and phoenixes don't just survive the fire. They rise from it stronger, more beautiful and more powerful than ever before. Your comeback starts now, not when she texts you back, not when she realizes what she lost. Now, the world is waiting to see what you'll become when you stop trying to convince someone of your worth and start building a life that speaks for itself. Rise up, brothers. Your transformation begins today.